If you want to learn what it really means to be present with your food, really be conscious of not just what you're eating, but how you're eating, how you're enjoying the food, how certain foods are impacting you, whether if you're listening to this in the holiday season or any other point, then I'm so excited to share this episode with you. This episode is a little bit of a sneak peek from the stuff that one of the weeks that I teach in my Food Freedom Bootcamp around helping women to restore their relationship with food through practicing more mindful eating. In this episode, I tell you what mindful eating is, what it isn't, why it's important to your health and important to digestion, and then also 3 simple ways that you can practice more mindful eating now. And really as you approach food, whether again, it's in the holiday season or just in general, as you're really trying to be more present and develop a healthy relationship with food. So enjoy the episode. And as a reminder, I have a couple spots open for my 6-month mentorship where I work with clients through these very things, practical ways to really work on their relationship with food, their body, but also healthy habits to help their bodies to thrive. And so if you're curious about whether or not that's a fit for you, please book a clarity call from the show notes and we can find a time to talk. All right, enjoy the episode. You're listening to the More Than Your Weight podcast, and I am Brianna Wilkerson, your host. You know, over half my life, I really struggled with my relationship with food, my body, and myself. I was constantly finding my worth in my weight, in what I did, in how I looked, and how other people saw me. And healthy living was just about getting that affirmation. But when I started to see that my worth and my health was so much more than my weight, I found breakthrough. Yes, my body got to a weight that it really thrived at, but more so than that, I loved myself. I took care of myself and I cared for my body in the way that it needed. And I am on a mission to help other women do the same. And so through this podcast, my programs, my group, I really am on a mission to help other women find peace with food, feel confident in their bodies again, and develop healthy habits and a lifestyle that's so much more than about their weight. So I'm so excited to journey with you on this podcast where you'll find solo episodes, guest interviews, and an occasional essential oil episode from time to time. But before you leave, I want you to do a couple things. Make sure you join my Facebook group, More Than Your Weight Women's Community, where you can unpack these episodes, get weekly trainings, monthly challenges, and a lot of support. But also be sure to hit subscribe and rate and review this podcast, because guess what? I want to make sure this podcast pops in your inbox every single week. But then if you are on Instagram, make sure you follow me there because I show a little bit behind the scenes of my business and my own health journey. So I'm so excited that you're here. Can't wait for you to listen to this new episode. But also, again, just know that you are so much more than your weight. Your health and your worth is so much more than your weight. All right, enjoy the episode, and I hope to talk to you soon. I am so excited today to talk a little bit more about mindful eating. This is something maybe you've heard about before. Maybe you have your own definition about what mindful eating is. But as we approach the holiday season, and just in general, I think we always need to be practicing mindful eating. But as we approach the holiday season where there are just much more food choices than we're used to, there's different types of food, I want us to approach it more mindfully as we eat. And so I just wanted to run through a little bit of a little bit of the material that I talk about with my clients in the Food Freedom Bootcamp that I do, just about mindful eating and how this is a powerful way to work on your relationship with your food. Last week, we talked about having healthy body image, specifically also in the holidays with Brandis, but I wanted today to talk about healthy relationship with food through the lens of mindful eating. So we're just going to talk about what it is, what it's not, why it's important to your health, and then just some simple tips on how to get started. Okay, so what is mindful eating? Let me tell you what it's not first. It's not dieting. It's not measuring or weighing food. It's not restricting or avoiding foods. It's not counting fat, calories, or grams. It's not worrying about your body size or the number on the scale. It's really not about how most people say, I need to be more mindful about what I'm eating. Really, when people are saying that, they want to say we need to watch what I'm eating, making sure I'm eating more healthy foods, making sure I'm watching portions, all that sort of stuff. That's important, but that's not what mindful eating really is. This is what mindful eating is. It's about a peaceful eating relationship with the food according to your body's needs. It's about eating to support your body's natural healthy state. It's about balance, choice, wisdom, and acceptance. It's about eating consciously in a way to make our bodies feel well, It's about being in the moment with our food. And it's about being aware of our surroundings, mind, body, and spirit. It's about tasting our foods, enjoying the food, enjoying the textures, seeing how our body responds to those foods, and really just being present with our food. All right. And so, again, I do think it's very important to be conscious of what we're eating and how much we're eating. But for many of us, that has not always been helpful. And we take it to an extreme. So I want us to go back kind of to the middle and say, how can I just be present with my food? How can I really listen to how certain foods impact my body? How do I give my body the food it loves and enjoys? And how do I also enjoy these foods and not feel guilty about it, right? And it's really important to our health because with the busy lives that we have, many of us have, we all too often eat in a hurry. We don't pay attention to the choices we make or even how much we eat. We don't pay attention to how a certain food tastes, how it feels, even certain foods that we want to enjoy, particularly on the holidays, whether it's pie, whether it's sweet yams, whether it's whatever. We kind of just say, oh, just whatever. I'll just watch what I'm eating later, and we don't enjoy that food. We feel guilty about it later. But what would it be like to eat whatever food we're eating and not feel anything, but enjoy when we're eating it, right? Also, it's very easy to have to do mindless eating, where again, you're busy, you're in a hurry, you're just trying to eat quickly, trying to grab whatever's convenient. You're not tasting it, you're not enjoying it. But the thing is, our brain and our stomach are very closely connected. So think about how you feel when you're eating in a relaxed state or environment versus eating during a stressful situation. We kind of feel it in our gut. When you're eating fast on the go, sometimes you're like, oh wait, did I even eat? Am I even full? But when you're sitting at a dinner table, when you're eating slowly, you're enjoying it. You can actually taste the flavors, enjoy it, and you actually can start to feel how it's impacting your stomach versus maybe having an upset stomach because you're kind of eating quickly and on the go. Because what's actually even biologically what happens when you're eating in a stressful environment and you're eating quickly, it can actually inhibit digestion and nutrient absorption. So even if you're eating lots of veggies, lots of fruits, good fats, all these sort of stuff, your body's not actually being able to digest it or absorb any of the nutrients that if your digestive system can't work. Because what actually happens is stress, which activates your sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight. When you're constantly stressed, it actually inhibits digestion because it's trying to say, we don't need to worry about food right now. We need to deal with a stressful situation. And so if you're eating quickly, always stressfully, your body's not actually digesting the food it wants. We need to switch to the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest response, where we're calm, we're sitting, maybe you do some deep breaths before you eat and you just be present with your food. You allow your body to absorb, digest all the food that it needs. So yeah, I just think this is important, and there's tons of ways to become more of a mindful eater. And this is something that I wrestle with. I'm a fast eater by nature. A lot of people in my family eat fast. I just love to eat it. I'm like, oh, this is so good. Keep going. But I have to, regardless of the food choice, I'm now in a state where I'm trying to sit down and eat. I'm not be doing anything else. I'm trying to eliminate distractions and just really be present with whatever I am eating. So one of the first things you can do is to try to do that. Eliminate distractions. Eat your meal without multitasking. Put aside the book. Turn off the TV. Don't eat while at your computer or driving. You can enjoy your meal alone with others, but try to focus on the meal, okay? Whatever food it is. Because actually, I find that when I'm focusing on the meal, I don't overeat. I really allow my body to like whatever it is, even if it's a slice of pizza or if it's a casserole or if it's a salad. If I just I listen to my body and I allow it to really tell me, am I full? What does it need? And I just can really enjoy the meal. Okay, so try to eliminate distractions so you can be more present with your meal. Next, try to chew each bite of food. There's been different recommendations, 10, 20, 30 times, but just chew versus chomp, chomp, swallow. Because when you chew the food, actually what happens is your body releases certain enzymes based on the type of food to break down the food. So it allows your body to break it down and allows your body to absorb and assimilate more nutrients, which improves the digestion. Okay. And so those are two simple ways. I mean, one other way would be make eating special. Like, I've talked with tons of different clients about this, but just like maybe instead of eating on paper plates, so sometimes I love eating on paper plates because that means I don't have to wash dishes. Maybe you get like the nice china or a nice plate. Even if you heated up a meal, put it on a nice plate and just making an experience. Like, why do we enjoy going to restaurants? One, we like being served. One, we like the fact that we're not having to cook the meal. But I think it's the setting, the environment. It's more relaxed. We're not in a rush. We're there to enjoy the food and enjoy the company. So I would say the third thing is to just make it an experience, and especially around the holidays, that you're going to have opportunities to do that. You're going to have, hopefully family dinners or dinners with friends where you can enjoy it. But even if it's not like a formal setting, just try to make the setting around you just more enjoyable so you can be more present, and it really makes the meal special. All right. So one easy way, there's three ways, but one easy way is to first eliminate distractions so you can practice more mindful eating, chewing your food, and then make your environment special and sacred as you're eating. All right. And so I just really encourage you to give mindful eating a try. If you're someone who wants to just, regardless of what food you're eating, really enjoy it and really let your body tell you what it needs, tell you if it's full, I think mindful eating may be a good way to do it. It might take some discipline, especially if you haven't done something like this before, or you feel like you're like me, like maybe you're a naturally quick eater and you just like to eat while you're on the go. It just takes more intentionality. And so here, I'm not trying to tell you to change what you're eating. I'm not even trying to tell you what to put on your plate, all that sort of stuff. I just think, what would it be like for you to be present with your food by eliminating distractions, chewing your food, and really creating an environment that makes the eating process sacred, right? And I hope that really helps you as you enter the holiday season. I would love to hear which one of these tips, or even if there was another aha moment, there's another tip that you have that came to your mind. Feel free to share with me in the Facebook group, the More Than Your Weight Women's Community, or share with me on Instagram, madewell345, or email me back if you're getting this via email. And just really excited for the holiday season. I know last one was a little bit different, but I know it can also be a tough time for so many people. So I hope that even however you're approaching this, that this mindful eating just helps you be present with the food and with family and friends as you celebrate. And I wanted to remind you before you go that I am currently filling one-on-one coaching spots for my 6-month mentorship. I only open up spots a couple times a year for this. And it's really a space that we can get started in the holidays. It's actually a perfect time, even if it's a few sessions, just to really help guide you in this holiday season and start the new year off strong with peace of mind and with clarity towards what you're going to do in order to really heal your relationship with food, your body, and create healthy habits that help you thrive. So if that's something you're interested in, you just want to learn more about, let's just hop on a free complimentary clarity call in the next couple weeks. And I would love to just see if it's a fit for you. You can go to madewell345.com/clarity and find a time. And if you can't find a time that works for you, feel free to email me and we can go from there. All right. Have a good one and happy holidays. I hope you enjoyed that episode all about mindful eating. I hope you're leaving with just some tips and some inspiration to really be present with your food and enjoy the meals that you are eating. And I just want to remind you, I would love to support you in practicing and implementing what mindful eating is, as well as a bunch of other simple, healthy habits to support you in the holiday season and in the new year. And if you're interested in learning more about how we can do that through my one-on-one mentorship, please book a clarity call. Find a call on my calendar or email me if you can't find the time at madewellky@gmail.com. And I can't wait to support you in really living out your more than your weight journey through things such as mindful eating. All right, talk to you soon. That's a wrap. That's another episode of the More Than Your Weight podcast. I hope you're leaving encouraged and inspired and empowered to go out there and know that your health and your worth is so much more than your weight. So before you go, again, do a couple things. Make sure you join my Facebook group, the More Than Your Weight Women's Community, where there are daily posts, weekly trainings, and just a lot of support to unpack these episodes as well as get support in your More Than Your Weight journey. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram, where I show my behind the scenes of my own health, but also just how I care for others along the way. And then make sure you subscribe, and rate and review this podcast, because more women will see that, but also you'll get new episodes every single week. All right, I'll see you on the next episode and can't wait to support you more.